Discovering unauthorized transactions on your bank account can be alarming, and acting quickly is extremely important. The longer fraudulent activity goes unreported, the more difficult it may become to recover lost funds or prevent additional unauthorized transactions. Besides contacting your bank immediately, you should also submit a formal bank fraud complaint letter. This creates a written record of the incident and clearly explains what happened, making it easier for the bank to begin its investigation. A bank fraud complaint letter is a formal letter sent to a bank to report suspected fraudulent activity on a customer's account. It explains the unauthorized transactions, describes the actions already taken by the account holder, and requests that the bank investigate the matter and take appropriate action. Today, we're going to break down a professional bank fraud complaint letter step by step so you know exactly how to write one. Sender information. At the top of the letter, we have the sender's full name, address, email address, and phone number. This section identifies the account holder and provides reliable contact information so the bank can reach you if additional information or verification is needed. Always make sure your contact details are accurate and up to date. Date. Next, we have the date. Including the date is important because it creates an official record showing when the fraud was reported. This timeline may become important during the bank's investigation and can help demonstrate that you reported the issue promptly. Recipient information. Next comes the recipient information. In this example, the letter is addressed to the Fraud Investigation Department at First Horizon Bank. Always send your complaint to the appropriate fraud or investigations department whenever possible. This helps ensure your complaint reaches the team responsible for handling unauthorized transactions. Subject line. The subject line says, "Complaint regarding unauthorized transactions on my bank account." A clear subject line immediately tells the bank what the letter concerns and allows the investigation to begin more efficiently. Salutation. Next, we have the salutation. Dear Fraud Investigation Officer. This is a professional and respectful greeting when writing to the department responsible for investigating financial fraud. Always include a proper salutation because it helps establish a formal tone from the beginning. Introduction and purpose of the complaint. Now let's move into the first body paragraph. This paragraph immediately explains why you are writing. You report the suspected fraudulent activity and formally request that the bank investigate the unauthorized transactions. This opening is important because it clearly tells the bank that immediate attention is needed. The paragraph says, "I am writing to formally report suspected fraudulent activity involving my bank account and to request an immediate investigation into the unauthorized transactions." This is a strong introduction because it is direct, professional, and clearly states the purpose of the letter. Description of the unauthorized transactions. Now let's look at the next paragraph. This section explains exactly what happened. You describe when you discovered the suspicious activity, the total amount involved, the nature of the unauthorized transactions, and confirm that you did not authorize them. This is one of the most important parts of the complaint because it gives investigators the information they need to begin reviewing your account activity. Be as specific as possible. Include dates, amounts, and any facts you know, but never exaggerate or guess about details you cannot verify. The paragraph reads, "On July 2nd, 2026, while reviewing my account activity through online banking, I discovered several transactions that I did not authorize or recognize. The unauthorized charges totaled $1,275.60 and included multiple purchases made at merchants with whom I have never conducted business. I did not authorize these transactions, nor have I shared my debit card or online banking credentials with anyone." This paragraph works well because it clearly presents the facts without making unsupported assumptions. Actions already taken. Next comes the paragraph explaining what you have already done. Here, you tell the bank that you contacted customer service, blocked your debit card, changed your password, and reviewed your account for any additional suspicious activity. This section is important because it shows that you acted responsibly as soon as you discovered the fraud. It also lets the bank know which protective measures have already been taken. The paragraph says, "As soon as I became aware of the suspicious activity, I contacted your customer service department to report the incident and requested that my debit card be blocked to prevent any further unauthorized use. I have also changed my online banking password and reviewed my recent account activity for any additional irregularities." This paragraph demonstrates that the customer responded quickly and helped reduce the risk of additional losses. Request for investigation and resolution. Now let's move into the request paragraph. This section clearly explains what you would like the bank to do. You request a thorough investigation and ask that any unauthorized charges be reversed, if appropriate under the bank's policies and applicable regulations. Being clear about your request helps the bank understand what outcome you are seeking. The paragraph reads, "I respectfully request that the bank conduct a thorough investigation into these transactions and determine whether they resulted from fraudulent activity. I also request that any unauthorized charges be reversed, if appropriate, in accordance with the terms of my account agreement and applicable banking regulations." This paragraph is effective because it is respectful, realistic, and focused on resolving the problem. Supporting documentation. Next comes the paragraph about supporting evidence. Here, you explain that you have included copies of your account statements and any other relevant documents that may assist with the investigation. Supporting documentation helps investigators verify your complaint more efficiently and may speed up the review process. The paragraph says, "To assist with your investigation, I have enclosed copies of my account statement highlighting the disputed transactions, along with any other supporting documentation that may be relevant. If additional information or forms are required, I will provide them promptly." Whenever possible, include documents that support your claim, such as account statements, transaction records, or correspondence with the bank. Customer relationship and confidence. Now let's look at the next paragraph. This section expresses appreciation for the bank's commitment to protecting customers and shows confidence that the matter will receive proper attention. Including a respectful statement like this helps maintain a professional tone throughout the letter. The paragraph reads, "I have been a valued customer of First Horizon Bank for several years and appreciate your commitment to protecting customers from financial fraud. I trust that this matter will receive your prompt attention, and I look forward to receiving confirmation that my complaint has been received and is under review." This paragraph leaves a positive impression while reinforcing the importance of resolving the issue promptly. Closing paragraph. Finally, we have the closing paragraph. This section thanks the bank for reviewing the complaint and expresses appreciation for its assistance. The paragraph says, "Thank you for your time and assistance. I appreciate your efforts to resolve this matter and look forward to your response." A polite closing helps maintain professionalism while encouraging timely communication. Closing and signature. The letter ends professionally with, "Sincerely, Owen Richardson." Always finish your bank fraud complaint letter with a formal closing followed by your name or signature. This confirms that the complaint is officially being submitted by the account holder. Report suspected fraud immediately after discovering unauthorized activity. Contact your bank as soon as possible to block your card or account if necessary, then follow up with a written complaint like this one. Include transaction dates, amounts, and supporting documents whenever possible. Be honest, factual, and avoid making assumptions about who committed the fraud unless you have evidence. Finally, continue monitoring your account regularly while the investigation is ongoing and respond promptly if the bank requests additional information. And that's how you write a professional bank fraud complaint letter step by step. If this video helped you, please like, comment, and subscribe to Writing Tutorials for more practical writing guides and sample documents. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.